Located in Leesburg, Florida, this is Sabal Bluff Preserve. This is the entrance right here. It's kind of actually hard to find, so if you kind of follow directions but see the dirt path, follow the dirt path back. And here's the entrance where you walk in. There's a sign-in sheet you'll see. I signed in, and that's so I'm sure somebody can check it at the end of the day, and if you haven't checked out, they know to go looking for you. Well, I'm going to do the red trail. It's a mile. I can handle a mile. That was my famous last words. It actually ended up being a little over a mile because I went the wrong direction. Here I go all the way up this way. Long story short, the map's a little unclear. I was looking for the red route, and as you can see, I came up on the blue route. So I turned around and went all the way back to the beginning again. It's not really as far as it probably might seem. So this is the way that I recommend to go, along this fence line right here. Pretty much you come in through that gate and you go right and go straight. By the way, today you're going to notice me coming up not very sweaty, later on very sweaty. It was so hot that day. I think I'm on the right trail. I'm not positive. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. Supposed to be able to see the lake, so if I can, that's gonna be super fantastic. Hopefully I can set up and capture some nice wildlife. That actually was the plan that day. I brought along a camera and I was really hoping to capture some really good photography of some wildlife, but it was hot. I mean, my glasses kept fogging up, my lenses kept fogging up. It was so humid, and it was early in the morning. I want to say it was maybe around 9, 10 o'clock, but I think I was the only one foolish enough to be out in the heat. It probably doesn't on camera. You really can't tell how hot it is. It was hot that day. This canopy right here, though, absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what it is about Spanish moss, but I really like it. Like this. It just is so cool when you're underneath it. So as you can see, there was a picnic table there. There's places you can kind of rest. There's not very many picnic tables along the way. This time of year, right now it's July. I definitely recommend bug spray. They weren't terrible as long as I kept moving, but anytime I stopped for any moment of time, you could definitely feel them buzzing around. Some sunscreen or some sort of sun protection, always recommended in Florida this time of year as well. Now, as I kept walking here, you could kind of see off to the right. I could tell the lake was coming up. You do get a good view of the lake here. I wouldn't say it's a great view of the lake because you really can't get close. Maybe other times of the year, there might be times where you can get kind of close to the lake, but you can see it, and it does give you a really good view. There's some more of that Spanish moss. I think it's just from growing up in the Midwest, we didn't have that. So every time I see it, kind of has that different feel to it for me. There's a little better view of the lake there, and then it kind of opens up as we come around the corner here. And I know I had originally wanted to photograph some wildlife. I could hear birds. I couldn't see anything. There was just nothing moving out there, but I did see some bees. They're in this brush that you're going to see, or bush I should say, coming up here. And I did manage to capture some of those bees. Now coming up down here is about as close to the lake as I was able to get. And you'll notice a picnic table there too, in the shade even, so if you're looking for a spot to rest, that's a good one. Plenty pretty out here today, but as you can tell, quite sweaty, and my glasses constantly keep getting fogged up. So I don't know how much longer. Not much movement out here either for animals. I haven't seen much. I can hear them, but they're staying pretty hidden. So anyway, we're going to keep trekking along, and maybe we'll capture something. Regardless of whether I capture any cool animals or wildlife, just being out here, I know it's a little hot and muggy, the conditions aren't the best, but it's pretty. It's definitely pretty out here, and I really enjoy that. So the rest of this video till the end, I had actually switched cameras, and like a GoPro, other cameras have where they'll stop your motion or your bounce, I guess. They steady shot is what they call it, or some sort of way of studying it. Well, I either didn't have that turned on, or this camera doesn't have it. I think I just didn't have it turned on. So I did my best to clean up all this shakiness on the way back, but it's not the best. But this is a way back to where I came from and where I started. So I'm going to leave it in there anyway, and I want you all to know I appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you.